If you're going to talk to a squirrel, then talk about nuts. Thanks for choosing to watch the video. In this one, we're talking about content ideas, but not just any old fluff that drops into your head. We're talking about generating endless content ideas that have the very best chance of connecting with people and growing your audience. We hope you enjoy the video. If you do, then please subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to make sure that you don't miss any of our new videos. Creating great content takes time, and unfortunately that's time wasted if your content achieves very little because you chose the wrong topic. Before we get started, let's have a very quick look at my workflow. My starting point is going to be a blog post. I'm then going to turn that into a video, maybe even a podcast, then dissect that down into content for social media, maybe Facebook and Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn. I'm going to show you 5 ways to quickly make sure that you're choosing your topics wisely. So let's get started. So how do we know in advance what people are actually responding to? Well, it's easy really. You've just got to have a look at what else is out there and look at what's performing well. You can do this on blog posts or YouTube videos, study these and then produce your own version of this. Don't just rip off other people's content, but do look closely at how it's been produced, that piece of content that's performing really well. Think about how you can come at it from a different angle, or look for where it might be lacking in detail, or maybe in fact you need to simplify it because it's too wordy. If the piece of content is produced to a high standard, then you know that it's likely to perform well because now it's based on a topic that's got a proven track record. So for example, I went to a competitor's blog, looking through the articles, and it didn't take me long to see a couple of different posts that were outperforming the others, getting many more shares, many more views, and obviously those are desirable topics. Of course, you can look for popular topics across a range of social media. You can look on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. Essentially, you're just looking for bits of content that people are engaging with. Coming up with content ideas based on what people are already talking about is a great way to make sure that you're delivering valuable content to people. Groups are a great way to see what people are generally talking about, what questions they're asking, and what answers you can potentially provide to those questions. Of course, you've got groups on Facebook and on LinkedIn, on some other social platforms, so make sure that you utilise these. So let's go through a quick example. I'm in Facebook, I'm in groups, and I'm going to type in Brighton. And straight away it's returned several groups, one of which has got 58,000 members. Of course, you can expect a lot of discussion in there, a lot of questions being asked, lots of topics being discussed. If I had a bar, a restaurant or any other business in Brighton, I would definitely make sure that I was a member of this group so that I knew what people were talking about. Join the group, see what people are actually talking about, see what people are responding to and engaging with. Maybe get involved in that community. You can even post things and float ideas past people, but it is a great place to get content ideas that are based on what people are already talking about. Also, if you can see a topic within that group that keeps coming around in a recurring fashion, if you've created a piece of content about that, then of course you can share that link each time you see that conversation happening. There's something called intent, which essentially means that the person that's digesting your content was actually looking for it in the first place. Of course, this immediately means that they're much more likely to appreciate and connect with that piece of content. Using Google Suggest is a very quick, easy, old school way of discovering what people are searching for around any given topic. Now we're generating content ideas that are based on logic, based on what people are actually searching for, and therefore more likely to get a response to our content and more likely to grow our audience. I'm keen to give you lots of examples, so we're in Google, we're going to type in bars in Brighton. And straight away, this is Google Suggest. So these are the related searches to bars in Brighton. So you can see bars in Brighton with outdoor seating. That's definitely something that's worth targeting. Bars in Brighton with music. So There you go, that's Google Suggest and how it appears in Google. Whilst we're in here, I'd like to show you something else. So imagine we've hit bars in Brighton, we've scrolled down the listings. These related searches are really great content ideas for topics that are actually being searched for. If you're someone that likes to create video, then YouTube has a similar feature. So we type in Brighton food, and straight away it's showing us what people are searching for that relates to that topic. But Google's suggesting a few topics here, so what if we want to now dig a little bit deeper? Google Suggest is great for a quick snapshot, but Google Keyword Planner tool will actually give you some metrics around search volumes and also the level of competition underneath each of those suggested topics. I'm in the Keyword Planner. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to type in Brighton food, and then I'm going to click on Get Results. And here we go, here are our recommendations. If I scroll down, I can see that we have Sushi Brighton, we've got Tapas in Brighton, Vegan Restaurant Brighton, Fish and Chips Brighton. So these are all great ideas, and you can see I've got the average number of monthly searches, and I've also got the level of competition. And this additional information might help me choose one topic over another. Everything I've covered so far is about creating great content for topics that are going to help you grow your audience. However, there is something happening in digital where people are using social platforms more intelligently to connect with each other on a more personal level. For example, on LinkedIn you might have a small handful of people that you want to appeal to, or maybe just an individual that you're wanting to connect with. There's absolutely nothing wrong with creating a piece of content that is specifically targeted at one person or a small group of people and just making sure that they see it. We're now not trying to appeal to the masses, we're trying to connect with people on a personal level, a bit like traditional sales but done online. It might do nothing to grow your community, but adding some of this into the mix might actually mean that you land a few extra customers. So here's a bit of a bonus tip. If you're struggling to choose between a few topics, then Google Trends might give you the answer. So let's give you an example. Imagine I own a bar, I'm in Google Trends, and I'm not sure if I should write an article about a mojito or a margarita. In Google Trends, I can quickly compare the search volumes. First, I type in mojito, I get the data back for that, and then I can add margarita, and I can see the search volume data side by side. And as you can see below, there's quite a few more people that are interested in margaritas. If you're not in hospitality, then of course you can do this for products and services. You can literally compare anything. And of course you can compare more than just two things. You can stack them up at the top and look at the results. It's worth mentioning that there'll be links in the description to all the resources and tools that we've used in this video. So that's my 5 main tips, but here's a few other tools that experts use to generate great content ideas. Keywords Anywhere, that's an excellent tool. It kind of takes some of that data that I've shown you there in Google and brings it right into your browser as you're making search requests. Another is Answer the Public. That's a fantastic online solution where you can put in some search terms and that will actually give you really nicely presented search results based on questions that people are asking around that topic, allowing you to then create content to answer those questions. Finally, if you're someone that loves YouTube, then I wouldn't be without vidIQ. When you look at different videos that are on YouTube, you can instantly see how well optimized they are, what sort of engagement they're getting. Straight away, vidIQ will tell you whether producing a video for that particular topic is actually going to get much traction. We probably will in a future video look at those in a little bit more detail. It's worth saying that some of those extra tools you have to pay for under subscription. However, everything else that I've covered in this video is completely free and they're ready for you to start using them straight away. So here's a few actions for you. Have a look around on blogs, on YouTube and other social networks just to see what content is out there and what topics are actually performing well. At this point, start to consider a few possible content ideas. Practice looking for intent using suggest tools on Google and YouTube. Maybe have a play around with the Google Keyword Planner to drill into some of those topics in a little bit more detail, checking out the search volume and the competition. Remember, if your topic isn't valuable or desirable, it doesn't matter how well you execute that content, it probably won't even be seen by your audience. It probably won't even be on their radar. So doing a little bit of research up front could save you a lot of time and a lot of energy creating stunning content that achieves very little because you chose the wrong topic. Please leave a comment if you've got any other tools or methods that you use to help generate great content ideas. And please do subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to be notified about our new videos. So good luck creating some great content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.